Yeah, there is plenty to love about one of the most renowned auditors on the platform, whose name is Jeff Gray, and so much so that we'd be taking up too much time to name them off. But I will say this. Over the past years, he's shown himself to be incredibly assertive while maintaining a sense of humor. In other words, he's mastered the art of the a-hole, and I don't mean that negatively. As we highlight a couple of his videos back to back, we obviously know what he's doing. Holding a sign that says "God bless homeless vets," with one of his main tasks being challenging all these different city ordinances that are going against the Constitution according to the Willis Supreme Court. Imagine that, am I right? He's been doing this for a couple of years now with the God Bless Homeless Veterans sign, and he's still encountering towns and cities in Florida and Georgia that have laws against panhandling. But enough with me beating around the bush. Let's start with this interaction here taking place in Lake Placid, Florida. I sincerely hope the rest of you enjoy, and with that being said, let's roll the tape and see how this 911 call goes.
Hey, boss, sorry.
Sorry, you can't do that here.
What's that?
You can't do that here
Why's that?
because it's private property.
This is
And
public
it's
site.
not, no, this is actually private property. It's part of the journal, and this is public right of way, so you can't panhandle here.
I'm staying right here.
We'll have the sheriff.
It's public sidewalk. I'm not going on your property.
And once again, this is not public. This is part of the journal.
See how it goes all the way down there? I'm on public property, but
You know, honestly, I really don't think I need to show you the clip of him saying "God bless homeless veterans." I mean, we already know what he does. We already know what he was doing. And I think we already know as well where he was. No matter, let's just skip ahead to the 911 call and listen to the caller tell straight up lies to the dispatch.
Yes, ma'am. I have a business at the Journal Plaza in Lake Placid, and it may be just a question. We've got a guy out front with a sign, begging for money, and we prefer not to have him there, but I don't know if it's a violation.
Okay, so do you want me to have a deputy give you a call first, or would you like one to...
Yeah, that'd be great.
Okay.
No, just have him give me a call first.
Okay, and what's the address of your business?
In Lake Placid.
And you said it's the Journal
I
Plaza,
was calling Lake Placid Police, but the Journal Plaza.
Well, we're dispatch, and we're consolidated dispatch. We dispatch for the whole county.
Okay. All right.
Alright, so you caught on to that, right? Now, in the original video, there was one person who tried to give On Your Oath some money, but he even told them straight up, "I'm not begging for money, I'm just trying to spread the good word of God bless homeless vets." So that completely nullifies any possibility that this guy was panhandling or begging for money. And yet the manager at this building proceeds to tell dispatch a straight up bold-faced lie, just like any other person who calls 911 to get an auditor arrested. That being said, let's take a look at that original video titled "On Your Oath, Pusher of Buttons, Master of Baiters." I freaking love his sense of humor. Alright, let's roll the tape.
thanks, sir. How are you?
I'm good. You need to move along. There's no handling out here.
This
in
is
the
a
town
public
limits.
sidewalk.
Doesn't matter. It's in the town limits. This is the town's property. There's no panhandling.
Sir, your name is Sergeant Mullins.
Yes, sir.
I'll put you on notice. I'll put you on notice. Listen to what I'm telling you first.
Okay.
Before you make a mistake and violate my civil rights, you've got one or two choices. Pay attention. Paying attention? This is my civil right. Freedom of speech, freedom of religion,
Okay.
freedom of assembly on a traditional public forum. I'm not
Okay.
going anywhere. Have a nice night. Your continue today.
No, sir. You're not going to dictate what goes on here.
No, the
You are
Constitution.
in the town limits. I'm telling you something. You can listen to me now.
This is the Constitution.
You are on town property
Yes, I
within
am.
the town limits of Lake Placid.
Yes,
There
sir.
is no panhandling.
Have you seen me panhandle?
That's what you're
Look at
doing.
his
Have you
body
seen
language. He
Daniel
looks like
Before?
one of those sassy
I suggest
women who's
that
like,
you get back
"You
in
ain't
your
gonna
career
tell
and
me."
before you do something you're gonna regret.
Well, I suggest you
That's
stop telling me what
hilarious.
to do.
Tell
It's
me
not
what to
going to
do.
end very good.
Take off. Beat it. Sergeant Mullins, you're about to make a mistake that's going to get your town sued.
Well, so are you. So are you.
And what's going to happen if I don't leave?
I'm just telling you right now. Do not try to push my buttons. That's exactly
Push,
what you're
push,
trying
push.
to do. That's exactly what you're doing.
Take off. Take off. Get
No,
lost.
you do not tell me what to do.
You don't have any authority over me. I'm engaged in constitutionally protected activity. Leave me alone. I don't like your attitude. You came up, you didn't ask me
Well,
what was
get
going
it.
on. You just
I
made
don't have to
assumptions.
ask you what was going on. The businesses here are saying that you're
That's
out here
hearsay.
panhandling.
That's hearsay. Have a nice night. Leave me alone. Bye. Good afternoon, y'all. God bless our homeless veterans.
And that's why On Your Oath is called the Pusher of Buttons and the Master of Baiters. Yeah, like I said, the title is pretty funny. But anyway, let's move on to the next video where he goes to Lake Hamilton, and another cop doesn't quite get as ornery as this one, but he still shows some blatant ignorance to the law and our rights. You'll immediately understand what I'm talking about once you hear what he has to say.
The town called me and let me know you were here.
Okay, cool.
Unfortunately, you just cannot do this here. They expressed their concerns.
They expressed their concerns about me doing this here?
Yes.
What did they say I was doing?
Panhandle.
Okay.
But it looked like a sign. They didn't see the sign.
Uh-huh.
But other than that, I'm going to inform them of what you're doing.
Okay.
But you're obviously not asking for money or anything like that. Just
And even if I was asking for money, that's still free speech, so.
No, it's private. It's town property. It's private property. You can be asked to leave.
No. No, sir. Not even if I'm asking for money, they can't ask me to leave, so.
Sure they can.
No, they can't. Not for free speech.
It's not free speech. Well, no, not for that. For the, if it was the
Sir?
panhandling.
Yes, hi.
We wanted to offer some breakfast. We had a breakfast this
Oh, did you
morning.
really?
Yeah, and we had some leftovers.
I don't mind some coffee.
Kudos to
Oh,
these
is it?
ladies.
Yeah.
These are some
no, I'm
great
good,
public
thank you.
servants right here. I wish we could get more of them, more like this.
So even if I, like I was saying, I don't want to get back and forth with you about it, but even if I was asking for money, panhandling is considered a charitable appeal for funds, which is protected free speech. So even if I was asking for money, they still couldn't offer me.
There are laws in Polk County. What they are exactly, I can't quote them,
Right.
but there are, depending on the segment of where you are in the location.
Well, the laws can't override the Constitution.
Local laws do supersede federal.
And
Yes,
that
they
is
do.
exactly what I was talking about earlier.
Local laws
Right there.
vary state to state.
I've said before that cops don't understand that federal law supersedes every other law, but I've never really had direct proof of it until now. This cop really believes that local laws supersede federal. Isn't that something you learn in like 5th grade? Maybe even sooner than that? No matter, let's take a look at On Your Oath trying to challenge his authority with him saying that he can't panhandle.
I'm not saying that's what you're doing. I'm
Right.
just saying the town can ask you to leave.
Okay.
Basically for any reason. If they have concerns, they can ask you to leave.
No, they can't.
Yes, they can.
No, sir.
All right. If that's how you want to roll. All right, so I'm
Yeah.
going to go speak to the town
All right.
and see how they feel about it.
Okay.
If they do want you trespass, that they can do for any reason they see fit.
And I'm gonna let you know if they trespass me, I'm not going anywhere. I'll stay right here.
Okay. Sit tight.
All right. And by the way, officer, can you help a guy out? I'm a panhandle.
No, I don't have cash.
Can you help a homeless guy out? Officer, can you please help a homeless guy out?
So you see, if that cop actually believed a single word of what he said, what came out of his own mouth, he would have arrested On Your Oath. And yeah, I understand he tried to solicit a trespass against On Your Oath, which is awful, don't get me wrong. But once again, I have to give kudos to those ladies at the city hall. I assume they told this officer, no, we don't want to trespass him, he's fine where he is. So you know what, I find it quite fitting that there happens to be a giant Christmas tree right in front of their building with a big ol' star on top to signify Jesus' birth. 'Tis the season of giving after all. But yeah, like I said before, this is probably one of the few times I could rightfully say that cops don't understand that federal laws do supersede local laws. You heard it come right out of that cop's mouth. But hey, at the very least I'm happy to see that On Your Oath didn't really have his rights violated. He stood up for his rights as he normally does, and the cops took a big fat L. But my thoughts on this may be different from all of yours, so please do let us know what you think in the comments down below. Not only that, but make sure you go subscribe to On Your Oath if you haven't done so already somehow. Maybe you're new to the auditing community, I don't know, but he is one of the most renowned auditors on the platform, so go check him out and let him know that Recognizing Your Rights sent you. Also, don't forget about one of our other channels on YouTube known as the Common Sense Observer, where we keep you updated on world events. Thank you once again for watching, we the people, and remember to have a Merry Christmas, and never stop loving the Constitution.